Alright, guys, I'm not sure what's going on. I've never done this live before. Okay, what I was saying is I have an app I want you guys to check out. It's in the Play Store. It's called PFD. I'll be showing you here in the next couple of days a full tutorial on how to use it. When your plants are seedlings, you want them at like 250 to, you want them at 250, possibly 300. I personally don't put mine in my grow room. I put mine in my windowsill. When I'm starting a seedling in a solo cup, if I'm starting it in a pot, I bring it out in my kitchen and I move my curtains back enough so I can still use the sunlight. But I got a few other things to show you guys. They say you can put this right on the buds, but I don't want to do a bud wash. But this stuff is great. I put it all over them already. It's called Demacious Earth. It's food grade, just Demacious Earth. What it is, it's fossil shells ground up into flour. But this will make sure I don't get any insects on me today being out here. Guys, this is a must-have for any garden. DIATOMACEOUS. Alright, guys. You see these? They're low-dose aspirin. See, there's an acid in these aspirin. As you can see, I'd already put some down in there. That they automatically cause. It's a natural root hormone, is what it is. It comes from the willow tree. I can't think of the name brand of the stuff, but it's white and it's in a purple lid. If any of you have ever cloned, you probably used it. It's at TSC, Lowe's, all the main places. Now that Alright, yeah, aspirin has salicylic acid. It's a plant hormone naturally found in plants. that is also found in willow trees. I don't know if you know this, but willow tree is one of the easiest things to propagate to start roots. And it's also, if you soak willow tree branches in a mason jar, you don't have to boil them or nothing. Some people like get the water hot and pour it in there, but you leave them set about 10 days in the windowsill, and you got a really good root hormone. But it also plays a good role in plant defense against pathogens and also regulates root development and other growth processes. The acetic acid is a synthesized version of the salicylic acid. And then, have you guys ever heard of using just normal old ground sugar? Ground sugar also helps to fight against bacteria, and it helps see, the cinnamon can benefit plants in several ways, primarily acting as a natural fungicide and pest repellent. It can also help prevent fungal diseases like damping off, root rot, and rust, while also deterring common garden pests like ants, fungus, gnats, and even some larger pests like squirrels or rabbits. Additionally, cinnamon can be used to encourage root growth in cuttings and potentially promote overall plant health throughout its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Guys, honestly, I try to put 1 to half of one of those in every one of my 7-gallon pots. I put about a half of one to a whole one in my smaller pots too. My main way of cloning, I've got a homemade cloning machine I made about 3 years ago. Maybe I'll pull it here and show you guys one day. And then I have a cloning machine the buddy gave me. About 5/8 of the way full of perlite. Larger rocks, the better, I think. But they really don't matter. And I fill that with purified water, just plain drinking water. Which you can get clean water without most additives and without any of the chlorine if you leave your water set out 24 hours. I like to let mine go at least 48 hours, but it takes all the chlorine out of the water. So that way you don't have to give your plants any chlorine. Every great once in a while, though, it's good to give them that tap water and go ahead and let them have a little bit of chlorine because it helps fight off some of that. Riley. Oh. But it helps fight off the bacteria. I don't even know what I was saying, but what I do is I'll show you. The antifungal properties of cinnamon help create a healthy environment for root development by preventing rot and fungal infections. Promoting plant growth, some gardeners believe that cinnamon can stimulate root growth and overall plant health. This may be due to the presence of certain growth hormones or the beneficial effect of preventing fungal infections. It's a pest repellent. Fungus gnats, which are attracted to damp soil, can be discouraged by cinnamon, and if you have living soil, it's a great additive for it. But you can sprinkle right on plants. You can actually make a spray and put it on your plants, and it will help for different stuff. Alright, guys. My boy went and got me a brand new thing of cinnamon so I could show you guys. It comes with the Demesis Earth comes with a blower. Hey, buddy, will you grab that one farthest to the left? Well, guys, I think I messed up. I mean, I knew I had a couple random seeds, but I didn't think they made it. I thought all it made it was my bubble gum and one of the Hershey Kisses. But a few years ago, a buddy of mine crossbred Hershey Kiss with a white, a White Widow Auto. Nothing to do with Hershey Kiss. A White Widow Auto with a Bruce Banner to make Hawk Smash. So then he took the Hawk Smash and put that in with a feminized Ethos seed. Kicked my ass because I can't remember the name of it, but I know it was a real fruity one. Look how tight this thing's staying. I was expecting this to be an auto, and she is just going out of control. Okay. Guys, I wear gloves when I'm inside. I've been cleaning my hands really good. And honestly, as long as you ain't been around nobody else's plants, you ain't got nothing to worry about. See that? Now I'm going to trim a little bit off of each one. Now, I stick it in my mouth. I don't know if you can see, but I barely rub this up and down, about a ½ inch of it, with my teeth. Kind of bare it, but I don't want it to be too bare. I need to go down a little further. So you can't really tell a difference. Now I'll take this. I'll dip this in cinnamon. Now I'm going to immediately take this to the bowl and submerge it. Hey, get that black pan and cover it up. Bring it over here. Empty it out and bring me that black pan. Okay, I know there ain't too many clones in this one. I'm gonna try one more. Yeah. Riley. I don't know why I keep calling you Riley. Hey, will you come over here and help me make sure that everybody can see me? Alright, I'm getting rid of all these big fan leaves. It's going to promote more growth, and it's also going to help from blocking sun so the bottom of the plant can get more light. Some people tell you to be really careful with their leaves. I've left them and feel like I get better results taking them, so it's completely up to you. Everybody's their own. And see, no matter what, I'm taking that bottom part of that branch. I'm going to take at least the bottom quarter to the bottom third of the branch. And see, now I'm going to make sure I trim everything off there. And see, when it starts growing, and see, when it starts growing, you have to bury all of that, because that'll be your first set of leaves. Sometimes they grow different, just all depending on genetics. See, this one needs some stress training. And I might do a little bit of that. But alright, now while he's getting another bucket ready for me, I'm gonna come in here and look at the bottom branches and see if there's anything where I can take it. Here. I want to get it wet immediately. Some people get theirs wet and then trim when they get in the house or whatever, or when they're ready. And when you bring them outside, I'm putting them in some pretty cool water. It's been sitting in the shade. And I put these plants in the shade right before I started filming. And I'll take this one and I'll submerge it in my other bucket. And I mean, like, I want you guys to see that it's submerged. See, I got one I'll be able to do here in a couple of days. Not sure if I'm going to take this one or not. But this one and this one will go in the next couple of days. Alright, now for some more little stress training. Getting rid of some of these big fan leaves. Just blocking sun at this point. Sure, they're bringing energy into the plant. And if they're not blocking sun, you don't have to take them. Really, it's unnecessary to take them. I only take the leaves that I feel would benefit my lighting to the center of the plant or to a bud. A lot of people wouldn't trim my bubble gum like I do, but I've been taking all the big fan leaves off it, so that way them buds can get all that light. Alright guys, this is important. Look. Hand sanitizer. I should do that between every plant. Just in case. Now, I'm going to show you a couple more tricks for less stress training. Alright. Get this red rope here. Guys. I got these handles here. Let's put them to use. What do you say? Ugh. See? The rope's kind of heavy on that, but I think it'll be alright. Remember, they can handle some stress. Just try to not put too much on them all at once. Don't go through and trim every single leaf off your plant in one day. Because sometimes there will come times that you have to do that because of some sort of bug or just some sort of deficiency you can't figure out. A good quick way of getting rid of that sometimes is just getting rid of the leaf. Alright. We're going to pull the coat finger on that. Not too tight, just tighten up. Now, see? That holds it pretty tight. I'm not convinced that'll work. Do you see the wooden clips? Alright, I never used those exact clips, but they're pretty strong. Alright. I'm gonna take this spearmint. Which, guys, I'm not gonna lie, this spearmint is a pain in the ass. See, it keeps getting these flowers. And I know with most plants, that shows the end of a life cycle. So you have to get rid of the flowers when they start. Guys, I've still got a few more hacks I want to show you. I got some really good ones held back. Try to keep you watching as long as possible, I guess. They say that's the trick. I trick you guys into staying till the end. No trick. I just want to show you guys some tricks that I know, a few little things to make life easier on you. I use living soil, and I feel like it's very important, very, very, very important. Your nutrients. So if you're not using a living soil and you're not doing it right, then you may have issues. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little cheater code here in a little bit. I'm kind of embarrassed of it. My dad would, well, he's probably rolling over in his grave as I'm teaching you guys this. But Miracle Grow has made, I know, Miracle Grow, not what you want to hear. But Miracle Grow has made fertilizer that you mix with water for roses. Well, I got to reading on it, and the nitrogen's pretty low, and the calcium's really high, potassium's really high, and phosphate's really high. So it's like perfect for a budding plant. They used to say use the same stuff as a tomato. Yeah, during vegetation, but when you get them to where they're blooming, I guess they even have a bloom for tomato plants, but you want to use something different. You don't need to use so much nitrogen. You want to use more stuff that's more calcium, potassium, phosphate based. I've went out before and bought separate ones for each of them. And to each their own. They all got a little bit of a different benefit. Fox Farms Cow Mag, I mean, honestly, you can't beat that. It is. It's awesome stuff. 2 caploads of that, fucking gallon of water, and you get a good feed for the week. But then I learned how to make living soil. Hey, you got that ready for me? And then I learned how to make living soil. And, I mean, I'm still working on mine, but I think I'm doing pretty good. My guy that kind of helped teach me how to make living soil got to see some of them, and he's got some living, another guy has some living soil that he's been trying to perfect for like 4 years. And I just started mine last year, and I am so happy with it. I'm doing that there, guys, so it doesn't strangulate the plant. But guys, let's go to living soil. For mine, I start off, my base mix is peat moss, coco. Some people will say one or the other. I don't use a lot of coco coir, but I do use it because it helps aerate your soil. And then I add perlite. I like to use the big perlite because it's going to break down no matter what eventually. But the big perlite, it helps, and it seems like, I don't know, maybe get you a bag of the small and the big, because I always seem to have both. No more high stress training from you. But you want to use materials like perlite, humus, vermiculite, lava rock, This enhances drainage and soil structure, allowing for proper air and water flow. Then you want to add in a little bit of compost and some worm castings. These are crucial for introducing beneficial microorganisms and providing a source of nutrients. Now, these are the amendments. These provide essential macronutrients and macronutrients needed for plant growth. So for living soil, they say you need neem seed oil, neem seed meal, it provides nitrogen, kelp meal, rich source of potassium and other micronutrients, crab or crustacean meal provides slow-release calcium, phosphorus, and nitrogen. Rock dust, such as glacial rock dust, basalt, azomite, supply trace. I use azomite. I've used the crab meal. I've used the kelp meal. And then the dolomite limestone. So I was going to get into here. I want you to add calcium. My bag busted last year and got a little wet, but there's lime. Now, something else you might have laying around. Yeah, the blue chalk stick. That's also lime. You can use milk, dry milk, cow mag. There's all kinds of stuff you can use for calcium. Now, the azomite. I like it to add in azomite and mycorrhiza. The mycorrhiza, to me, is the most important thing. When you go to transplant, if you put a handful of that mycorrhiza under a plant that's been in a 3-gallon container, you will see no, like it never acts like it's been touched. But you can add things like bone meal, but sorry, to get back to the living soil, it's a mix of organic materials, minerals, and beneficial microbes. So for the organic material, that's where you get the worm casting, the peat moss, the cocoa coir. Minerals, you can get that from perlite, and that helps for aeration, and it helps hold everything together. And you want various dry amendments like alfalfa meal, kelp meal, and rock dust. Um, Potash, that's one of my favorite things to add to mine. I really like the kelp meal. But to me, mycorrhiza, it's a fungi that forms symbiotic relationships with plant roots, enhancing nutrient and water uptake. They say all the soil used to have lots and lots of mycorrhiza in it. Now it's not as heavy, so when we add it, it adds all them extra micronutrients, and it makes it basically like it's outside dirt. Another source of carbohydrates that's perfect when you're during the budding season is molasses. But yes, I use the dolomite lime. I even put some dimaceous earth in mine because it'll help with calcium too. I put crushed red lava rock, small pumice, large pumice, worm castings. I make my own compost, so then I mix my compost in with dirt fertilizer that you can get from Walmart. It's like a $3 bag. It's really clean. It don't have the mulch and stuff like that in it. It don't have anything but just straight topsoil. But I'll add mycorrhiza, the azomite, which can only be found in Utah, but it helps work with the mycorrhiza. The azomite's kind of like a bacteria to make sure that those microbes that are in the mycorrhiza form. And but I put blown here. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Okay, I done told you all the dirt. I use peat moss and cocoa coir, worm castings, dirt conditioner, perlite, lava rock, small lava rocks. You don't need it very big. Bone meal, blood meal. I use a lot of bone meal. I mean, look at this stuff. It's 315-0. You guys know what this stands for? 3 is nitrogen. The 15 is your phosphate. The 0, I guess, would be your potassium, right? Phosphate, yeah. But look at that, 24% calcium in this. The 0 in this would be potassium. And now, if you get the chicken manure, like I got the chicken manure plant food, it's just it's 332, but hold on. See, it's dry. I'll mix a Dixie cup of that and a Dixie cup of bone meal in my 7-gallon pot. A little bit less than that in my 5-gallon pots. With the lime, I'll add about a handful to both of them. Kelp meal. What I do is I go through it and I figure out what I'm going to make it out of. And what I do is I normally amend different stuff at different times because I can't ever seem to afford everything at once. Now, last year I had everything I needed all at once and had beautiful plants, but then kind of had to redo my dirt this year. So this year I added the bone meal, blood meal, the chicken manure, lots of calcium. I've been doing a lot of banana juice. I need to show you guys that. It's where you take bananas, just throw them in a container in your refrigerator. When all the bananas are done eating, I mean, you can put them outside on gnats and they dry up quickly. But you kind of want them moist and black. take those banana peels and boil them on slow. Like maybe when you go to bed, put them on a real low temperature in a full pot of water, a big pot. And in the morning when you wake up, go ahead and turn it off. Cover it so the flies don't get into it. And in that night, you have a really good. You want to strain it, but then you'll have a really good potassium soup for your plants. And you can do this more than once because those bananas, every part of them are potassium. So they'll just keep breaking down into potassium. I boil mine once or twice, and then I'll put them in the oven and dry them out and chop them up for my soil next year. And I put a lot of them in my soil. I showed you guys, I put them in there raw and I put them in there dry. I put in mint leaves in my soil. And a really big thing is get dry marigolds and put them in your soil. They help get rid of pests, but the main pest they help get rid of is some damn spider mites. Alright. I'm not going to spray them just yet, but fuck it. It's alright. It's getting cool back here. See? Check it out. You know what that is? It's a bug spray bottle. What I do is when I first go to clean it, I'll soak it for a couple days. Then I'll take about a cup of bleach and I'll put it in there and I'll fill it up and I'll cap it back off. Then I spray it a few times. I want that bleach everywhere. I want it in a line everywhere. After I felt that it's cleaned all the organisms and all the bad shit out of my bug spray bottle, then I'll empty it and rinse it 10 more times. And then I'll rinse it twice, 2-3 times until no chlorine smell at all. Then I'll add a little, like a cup of vinegar. And basically the same process. But you don't have to let that soak as long. But you want to make sure there's no chlorine in it at all. The vinegar ain't going to hurt it. So then when I'm done with that process, I set it outside and I let it dry in the sun. And I've never had an issue. This is like my 10th one because like I had other people buy them to spray for bugs around their house so they could use them for when they were done. I mean, check this out. See, I can't get in there. Ain't that awesome? Get in behind it. Didn't have no luck with that pineapple mint down there on this one. I think if I was to do the pineapple mint, I'd have to get a really mature plant and a really big one. Because man, my chocolate mint and my spearmint are kicking butt. Alright guys. Alright guys, now look. This is the one. Let's see here. See the big bend in it? Remember? I tied this sucker down. It's good and solid right there at that bend now. Oh, I'm gonna let my assistant take care of that one while we step into the I'm gonna go spray that right there in case I get any. Sorry guys. Alright. There's me Epsilon. Look how white that is. I'm sorry, that's not my Epsilon. My bubble gum. Guys, for everybody who's asking if I have Royal Queen seeds, well, there's a Royal Queen Epsilon. I believe that's a Royal Queen bubblegum because last year I put some silver nitrate or whatever the spray is, and I wound up getting 4 seeds out of it. So I thought this was, but it wasn't. That's what I thought that was too. But one of the 3 of them, yeah, I know. This is why you mark everything. One of the 3 of them is bubblegum. So I already know that for sure. And I've never topped a bubblegum, but it hasn't went to flower yet, so I don't think I'm too late. So my bad. Maybe the bubblegum's already going in a flower. It is a little too late to top it. Can't fuck it up. It's cool about a pot plant, man, especially when they're young. It will kick back from anything. Now look, a lot of people wouldn't do that. They'd say it's helping that bud. What's it doing for that bud other than blocking sunlight? It might be drawing in some help, but like I said, guys, I've tested both methods. This is the fruitiest. I don't know about the fruitiest, but I've never bought something. I've had some blueberry kind of have a little bit of a blueberry smell, but this bubblegum, it tastes like bubblegum. What I do is I pull them down so I can get as close to the stem. Save me time in the cleaning process too. But I do not want to damage the bud. Yeah, I'm sure all my trolls are going to get on there and tell me I'm messing up right now. Like I say, planting marijuana is like experimenting with medicine. Half the time, they don't even know if they're fucking giving you the right medicines at the hospital. They're hoping, and hey, they'll tell you, they practice medicine. I feel like all the years I've been messing with this, all the failed crops. Man, I remember Dad, I was like 17, and I told him I wanted to grow some. He knew I'd been smoking. He wasn't happy with it, but man, I was an honor roll student. Like I literally stayed on the straight A list my sophomore and my junior year. So I didn't sell dope. I just loved smoking me some herb, and that was all I did. I didn't drink. I just liked smoking my grass. I eventually came out and told my dad that one night, and he started letting me smoke at about 16. So we started trying to grow together because I wanted to grow some plants. And he didn't want to get in trouble, so he was scared. So he'd tell me what to do if I wanted to do it. He didn't tell me what to do. He basically wrote me a roadmap. And I'd seen him over the years, so I had an idea. And in the first year, let's just say it was a complete fail. I don't even know what happened to him. I can't remember, but I know it was bad. So that was year like 14. That was by myself. Dad didn't even know yet. So now I'm about 15. And we've got 50 plants. We figure at least 20 of them is going to turn male. Because back then, a lot of times, yeah, 50-50 shot. It was going to be male. Slightest bit of too much nitrogen, too much cold air at nighttime. All of them things affected it. So anyway, me and Dad get like 50 plants together. He tells me, he says, look, there's an open field. He rode 4-wheelers back there, son. Dad had an artificial leg. He couldn't get out and about like the rest of us could. I took care of my dad from the time I was born. I felt like I had to take care of my dad. But so I take these plants out, and hey, out of 50 plants and 10 my uncle sent down for me to grow, one of my uncles made, or two of my uncles made it, and 3 of ours made it. Dad told me to make sure the morning sunrise hit him all the way up until like 2 o'clock. But then after 2 o'clock, I didn't need that sunlight. I'm gonna leave that. Tuck it. I've never done this leaf tucking thing either, and I was kind of doing it. But needless to say, I buried some under a tree because I did get the morning sun, but they wasn't going to get the afternoon sun because the tree was blocking it. And I buried some on a hillside that wound up washing out. I buried some in a creek bed. Yeah, I was 10 foot off the creek bed. Give myself a little credit. I didn't know the water was going to raise that high, which I should have because it does every year. And needless to say, it was a bad crop. Then one year, back when I was a kid, 20 years ago, they had sewage runoff for your kitchen sink and your laundry. That didn't go into your septic tank. That would just wash over the back hill and basically filter through the dirt in the hillside until it got clean enough, or hopefully clean enough when it hit the creek. But it was just dishwater and laundry soap. It ain't like it was feces. We grew 10 plants down there. 5 of them wound up being female. Out of the 5 plants, I should say out of 3 plants, we had 14.5 pounds. One of my plants, it was I put 5 in an ice cream jug. I didn't know what I was doing. And I wound up getting an ounce off of that. That was one plant. And then I had another one that me and my dad had that a deer ran through. That plant alone brought 7.5 pounds. It was one of the best grows ever. But as far as quality goes, and them good old new stink nuggets, I think this is going to be one of the better years. Because, as you guys have been able to see, I'm not really getting too many burnt tips. Might be from light exposure, but I'm only getting that on the older older leaves, none of the newer ones. My plants are staying so green. I mean, look, even the chocolate mint that I have been watering almost every day. Sorry guys, I lost service. I'm not even sure when. Cut me some clones off of this orange mint. Man, I was really hoping that's chocolate, but it's the orange. I don't know. See, like that's chocolate, I think. Bubblegum will be ready in about 2 weeks. But yes, guys, that Damascus earth will help save you from a lot. That's that bubblegum, guys. But guys, if you're going to get your seeds, go to I Love Growing Marijuana, Sensi Seeds, Kind Seeds, DJ Short. There's so many other seed providers out there that will guarantee their strains, and I feel like they have stronger strains. The runts is just, or not the runts. Yeah, I had a really bad trouble with the Royal runts. I bought like 5 of those seeds last year. The Royal Gorilla, or the royal glue or something like that. Maybe it was both. I had like 6 different types that was called royal something. Thinking that was their best. That must be the one that they had perfected. But I was wrong. See, guys, look, it never hurts to just come in and do this number too. Hey, get this. All right, guys. Now, hey, where's my other phone at? And guys, visit Fun Fact Town. That's my page too. It's cool for the kids to watch. I mean, honestly, it's cool for everybody. Like, did you guys know that the Earth was once purple? Yeah, some sort of retinal something or another. I don't know. I'd have to hear it again to try to figure it out. But seen that this morning, and I figured I'd make a video. Now, I'll go up here, switch to channels. Can you guys see that? Fun Fact Town 1. Might be easier for you to find.
Welcome to Fun Fact Town. Do you know our planet was once purple? Billions of years ago, tiny microbes used retinal pigments to capture sunlight. Instead of green grass and blue oceans, the Earth had violet vibes everywhere. Just imagine a purple planet. Drop a like if you'd want. Welcome to Fun Fact Town. Did you know our planet was once purple?
Hold on, guys. I'm switching
Billions of years ago,
channels.
tiny microbes used retinal pigments to capture sunlight. Instead of green grass and blue oceans, the Earth had violet vibes.
We was prepared, but for some odd reason, my phone wants to play a disappearing act, and then my computer that I use all the time doesn't want to cooperate. Alright, I'm gonna go down to the latest. And hey guys, big shout out to Growing Old. Man, if you guys don't watch that channel, you need to. Just spell it right here. So guys, check out Growing Old. He needs them watch hours and subscribers just like I do. It's a good old man and woman. They got a beautiful crop and they're just living their life, enjoying it. They're really good people. Now, back to OhioGrowBoyz. Sorry. I seen him on there and I had to say something. Alright, hold on here. I'll start off with the smart ass. Dank Canna. It's all good, buddy. I'm a smart ass too. I loved it. It says, looking good and thanks for the info. Hold on. Dank Canna said, looking good and thanks for the info. I usually roll the stems between my fingers first to make them soft before bending. Older, stronger stems does not work though. It was more of a joke. I replied, I was trying to squeeze it just a little and give it a slight bend, lol. I got to show everyone how to fix a plant, though. But yeah, a lot of people keep asking me about the Royal Queen seeds. And guys, ask me and I can get you deals on seeds. I got all kinds of seeds packaged and I guarantee them. And I can have the distributors send them to you. They're making me coupons right now. Like, I can help you. So, Mary Mitchell, keep emailing me. Hit me up on Discord. And I'll keep helping you with those Royal Queens because I have learned a lot of lessons from them. You asked if I'd had issues with their autos. Yes. Now if you want to get one for your first plant, guys, Royal Queen does have one called Royal Critical. And right now, this time of the year, stick that sucker outside when she's about 6 inches tall. And man, she was beautiful last year. Grown Old commented, nice looking grow. Like the way you do the LST. Oh. Oh, there's Tree Huggy commented, howdy. Heard about my channel through Growing Old. Thank you, Growing Old. Guys, that's a big shout out to @TreeNug or @Tree_Nug. Yeah, Growing Old commented, he said, he said he wants to consider doing some companion plants. Guys, I promise if you don't put marigolds and mint in your some companion plants. Well, I believe basil grew last year with that, done really good. Onion, done really good with that. I tried to do a garlic in with it, and it seemed like it gave it way too much nitrogen. Alright, now this guy here. Joe MC Nally 9494. If you would email me at OhioGrowBoyz.com, or I'm sorry, at OhioGrowBoyz@gmail.com, I can help you. I take pictures of plants all day, every day, so trust me, I understand the struggle. Now, for land duck. I've been getting some emails. I got a bunch of people wanting to help me. I've had 6 different people reach out to me asking me if they can help with my channel. They really like, I guess, like the Weed Wisdom series and how I've actually got a real grow going on. And it's been really cool interacting with you guys. And now I got people that actually recognize my plants for what they are. Sorry guys, if you can tell, I'm not used to this. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I'm not going to put out nobody's email. But, guys, I'm always looking for partners. I'm looking for people in the computer science field, people who can help me with video creation, everything. Like, we're building a team, and I've got some pretty big sponsors ready to back me up. Mendocino Farms act like they were ready, but I'm not sure what they're waiting on. Sorry, guys. I had all this loaded up on the other computer. Oh, my garden last week, guys. It got bad. I wasn't able to get all my tomatoes in because it's rained here for the last, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Really bad. And when it wasn't raining, we were busy. Alright, and then I had somebody text me and said, he was upset because it took me 6 days to respond to his email. And I understand that. I didn't realize it was him. So, guys, I set up a Discord. It's OhioGrowBoyz. The chat room is OhioGrowBoyz Garden. If you can't find it, please send me your email. Okay, now, my mysterious emailer here said, right now I have Royal Queens, GDP, Watermelon, Corkscrew, Green Gelato Auto, Pink Runts, White Widow, Apple Fritter, Cookies Gelato. Now, last year I wanted to try the watermelon bad, so I got one of the seeds and it died. Then I got some Green Gelato Auto and Photo Period. Neither one of them could I get them past the seedling stage, and I had it 5 different seeds. I even gave some to somebody else, and they couldn't get them past it. The Green Gelato was the same way. The Royal Ape, the Royal Runts, everything Royal. I had it last year. I bought 28 seeds from them. And the only thing I had good luck on was the Royal Critical and Bubblegum. Now, I gotta say, I got hit up. I had somebody come in my house with spider mites. So I did get hit up by spider mites. And that messed up my Hawkberry, my Silver Queen, and my Lemon Silver Haze. I think the Lemon Silver Haze and the Hawkberry, I would love to retry them. And man, I'm so curious to know what that watermelon is going to be like. I want it so bad. Alright, hold on. I know I got another one here. There's a couple of them I ain't wanting to really bring up on here. You know, I started this site because me and my father and my uncle last year took care of a bunch of veterans and medicinal patients. A couple of them were terminal ill, and they didn't have money for plants. The one guy had a couple plants, but like they were shitty. He wasn't like he was just growing old school weed. So my uncle challenged me. He said, "Listen, I'll get them what they need if you can really give them a good plant." And I showed him how good I could grow, and before I know it, I think we did 9 houses last year. I've been trying to think, because I mean, altogether I've done 9 different people's houses. And this year I really don't have nobody new. It's just the people that I had from last year. I got a couple guys that are wanting to help me out, but they haven't got back with me. Now here's somebody's first auto, and I think they're doing pretty good. I mean, I wish they'd give me some back pictures and then some up close pictures and some side angle pictures and take me a video shot of it, buddy. It would help. But I think I walked him through his issue. Guys, the autos, I know you probably always heard, be careful when you're nitrogen, you're going to burn them up. You're going to burn them up. You're going to burn them up. I heard that my whole life. Well, guys, with autos, it's not like that. The light can be higher, and the nitrogen can be higher. Everything can be higher. And it is insane how much you can give them and they still come out as good as they do. But yeah, guys, if you could get on my Discord, I also have TikTok, Instagram. I think we got the Facebook page up and running. Guys, I'm trying to make this to where, honestly, I want to be able to take care of some veterans and some people who actually need marijuana. And guys, this is my passion. I would love to be able to make money doing this, but I'd like to be able to start a business and take felons out and let them help people grow. Some of them felons, you know, I couldn't make them all felons, but maybe be able to have a felon per crew. Because I don't know what the rules are about that. I think you just can't sell it. I'm not sure, but I think it would be right, you know, that a felon was able to get the chance to kind of make up for past times. Alright, there's my clones. I gotta get them in the house, guys. I showed you that. Oh, I have another little review on this, guys. Faceta. This is a kick-ass light. You wanna know what I gave for it? $59. You know how much you're going for now? I think 2 for $59 or 2 for $39. It's a 65 or 600 watt equivalent, 65 watt, 50 to 60 hertz. So this thing will put out 1200, 1400 right up on it. And I'm almost positive it's LED or it's they're the good iodes, the LT iodes. I also have an MW review on, but I've come to figure out they're not selling it. I gave $110 for this light last year, and now I've seen 4 different people selling it in between $350 and $418. Four of them this morning over $350. That's ridiculous, guys. Come on, you don't have to double your profit just to get over on people. The lights are already so damn expensive. You know, get your money back and be happy. What, you gonna sell your old light? Get you a new one? Guys, these lights only, like my MMW has 100,000 it's got like a life of 100,000 hours. I think that's what they say. So that's not going to last forever. It's normally about 5 years. But you see that light right there, guys? I bet that sucker, either that or the other one I got that's identical. I bought one of them 2 years ago and I bought the other one 4 years ago. And they both still run at the exact same. They're both still great lights. If you put two of these, you could have a beautiful 4x4 tent. You could have 4 beautiful autos, I think. Or at least 2. I think it was kind of wispy. The humidity was really high. And it, aspirin. And it got really hot that year. But the lighting wasn't hitting the lower branches because the top was so thick. So but I grew that. It was like a 4-foot plant, and it took 2 of us to put our arms around it. So I'd say it was 5 foot wide, 6 foot wide. But the buds were wispy, and then right before it was ready to go, it got really, 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 really hot and burned her up. Well, guys, this has been fun. I kind of like doing these live videos. It's just I ain't got much of a place in the house. We're kind of in the middle of moving and trying to get this place either up to sell or I don't know. We ain't decided yet. That Epsilon is looking pretty. There we go. There she is. See how pretty she's looking? Well, guys, until next time, this is Tim signing off with OhioGrowBoyz. Guys, please like, subscribe. And I mean, hell, if you don't care, if you ain't watching one of the TVs or computers in your room or a phone, sit it on this video, man, and just let it play for me. Let me get them hours so I can get monetized. It's hard for me to put enough time into this channel and work and my family, but I'm trying, and there's so much more I could do with this channel, and there's so many plans I got for Weed Wisdom, and I could teach people so many more tricks that a lot of people aren't even aware of. See how I forced that one back? This one's kind of already falling in between. I'm gonna grab this for now. So guys, why don't you do me a favor and in the comments, tell me what your favorite strain is. And